Hey guys, Pro here, and we got more Fnaf AR plushies to review. Now, these are Fnaf AR, so I think Funko should take a break from Fnaf AR stuff, but I'm glad that this wave existed because we get actual Fnaf AR characters instead of just that spring colorway crap that we got back in Wave 8. And speaking of Wave 8, yeah, I finally got Chocolate Bonnie, so might as well review him too. Now, we're going to review these in release date order, so naturally, we would start with Chocolate Bonnie. So, I actually got Candy Freddy before Chocolate Bonnie, as you all know, and put these side by side, and wow, these guys actually look pretty different next to each other. But, I mean, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. It makes them more unique from one another. Like, for example, these both look like skins that would come out of the actual game, including Candy Freddy. But I'd say I prefer Chocolate Bonnie, just because there's a lot less printing, because the fabric feels nicer when it's actual fabric instead of printed colors. It's just me. Don't worry, this guy's still pretty cool, but yeah, I'd say this one is really good. Now, he should have the detail, like, right here where he has the bite taken out of his chest. I know they can't make an actual hole, so it would be nice to get some embroidery or printing to see, well, like, you know, see the bite in the side of his stomach. But aside from that, there's really not any other problems. I really like the bite on the ear. I mean, yes, it does exactly look like Chocolate Bonnie's bite in the game, but keep in mind it's literally like chopping into the ear, like through the side, and I don't know how they would translate that into a plushie. Bow tie is pretty cool. It did start the trend of this harder material being used for the bow ties, which I think is actually pretty good because it makes them get messed up less easily. The buttons look great, and unlike the figure, this actually uses really good colors for Chocolate Bonnie, so I'd give this one a solid 9 out of 10. And don't worry, I'll talk about the tags at the end of the video. Now, just letting you know, I'm not going to do a side-by-side comparison to the original versions of these plushies, like, for example, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Toy Freddy, because, first of all, I'm making a video with them, and second of all, these use bases that are completely different from the originals, so just wanted to get that out of the way. Now let's move on to Shamrock Freddy. Back when we got Frey Frostbear back in 2020, everyone loved him because, first of all, Frostbear was Illumix's only character at the moment, and still is, and it was a nice throwback to the original Wave 1 design too, and he was overall pretty good. Chocolate Bonnie, Wave 8 was horrible, easily the worst plush series we've ever gotten, but this one was easily the best one and the only one worth getting. Now, while both of these were good plushies, they did have at least one issue. Frostbear didn't have the ice on his ears, and Chocolate Bonnie didn't have the bite in his stomach. But Shamrock Freddy, I feel, is the best Fnaf AR plushie they've ever made. And yes, the nose is a bit, like, disproportional, but that's only on mine. I've seen people with better-looking Shamrock Freddys. Onto the plush itself, I really love the shade of green that they used. The hat looks really good. I love the clover. It actually looks like a clover instead of just a printed piece of white stuff. So that's good. And the chain, although it's printing, does still look pretty cool. Love the bow tie. And yeah, I can confirm, I remember on my original commentary of these guys, I couldn't tell if Shamrock Freddy's bow tie was printed or not, but no, it's a physical bow tie. I know you guys know that, but guys, it's my first time reviewing it. Cut me some slack. I love the tag design too. Now, I am saying that because I already have the figure and it has a similar design, but I really like the St. Patrick's Day vibe. And yeah, there's really nothing I would change about this plushie, so I can confidently say it gets a 10 out of 10. Here's a side-by-side comparison to the action figure. No competition, this one easily takes it. Alright, next up we got Livewire Freddy, and Now, quite a few people like this plushie, and I can understand why. I can respect opinions, but in my opinion, this plushie is just god-awful. You might think I'm over-exaggerating, but putting him next to the actual Livewire Toy Freddy from the game, he looks nothing like him. Like, why are they going for this red color? Everyone knows Livewire Toy Freddy is orange. And they did the same thing with the figure. Like, the figure was pretty good, but it was red. And the mystery mini was orange. They got it right on the mini, but they didn't on the plush and the figure. Ugh. Funko's the only company that does this. They get it right on one piece of merch, and then get it wrong on another piece of merch for the same freaking character. And I don't mind the printed cheeks, but the face is what brings most of the trouble for me. Like, what is this smile? This looks like a gorilla. It doesn't look like Toy Freddy. Like, I understand what they were going for here with, like, the chunky look and everything, but they just didn't pull it off. And the chest, this printed bow tie looks like a friggin' butterfly. Also, what even are these? Are they supposed to be buttons? Well, I know they're supposed to be buttons, but, you know, they just don't look like buttons. And the color for these streaks should be green, although I will admit, the way that they did the streaks is actually pretty cool. The eyes should be yellow, too, not white. And there's no detail on the ears. And this is just a very inaccurate, horrible plushie. I hate it. Now, I know I went a little harsh there, but let me make one thing perfectly clear. I try my best not to overly criticize Fnaf merch, because keep in mind, Funko has been, like, the only company that's been supplying us with this much merch for years. And also, these are on a $10 budget, so obviously you can't expect perfection. Although some plushies have given us perfection, like Shamrock Freddy, we just reviewed, and of course Dreadbear. Everyone knows that's my absolute favorite Fnaf plush they've given us. But when it gets really problematic to things like incorrect colors, I have to point it out. This is an easy 1 out of 10 for me. Literally the only saving grace are these lines, and even then they're not even the right color. Alright, now let's move on to the last plush, Liberty Chica. In my opinion, Liberty Chica is kind of an interesting case for Fnaf merch. She's one of the more forgettable skins in my opinion. Like, I used to think she was really bad. Nowadays I've warmed up to her, but I still don't think she's perfect. I think they should have done another skin that they hadn't made into a plush, like for example, Easter Bonnie, Game Over Toy Chica. We didn't even get any Game Over Toy Chica stuff. Like, if they can do Livewire Toy Freddy, where's Game Over Toy Chica? They should have gave us, like, for the plushies, they should have given us Toxic Springtrap, Easter Bonnie, Firework Freddy, and Game Over Toy Chica instead those horrible e-color inverteds. Well, not all of them are horrible, but just the fact that they exist. But that was kind of long. Now onto the actual plushie itself. It looks okay. I'll give it that. It doesn't look perfect, especially the cupcake is flat, and so's the book. I understand the book because it's just a book, but the cupcake, I feel like it would have worked a lot better if they made this $15 instead of $10. They probably would have had a big enough budget to make this a physical cupcake, kind of like Sanchi's. And the book, they don't need to change the book. Or they could have just made the cupcake a separate plushie. The face looks adorable, though. I'll definitely give it that. Like, just look at that. You can't help but unironically love that face. I really like how it's kind of like Toy Chica, but at the same time, they changed it up to make it kind of look like a cuter version of Fnaf 1 Chica. This crown, though, by looks, it's good, but not so much quality-wise. Like, it can easily get folded up. Like, it was literally flat on her head whenever I got her in the mail. Like, I'm not even kidding. And the body, it does look pretty good. I like all the creases, but again, quality-wise, it's not very good. Again, I wouldn't mind paying $15 instead of $10. They should make, like, a physical dress, kind of like what Fat Mojo did for the Piggy plushies. Like, this plush, honestly, gets a 6 out of 10 for me. Honestly, could be better, but at the same time, could have been. Okay, so comparing all the exclusive tags, so this is Frostbear, Chocolate Bonnie, Candy Freddy, Shamrock Freddy, Livewire Toy Freddy, and Liberty Chica. All these look pretty cool in my opinion. I like how they kind of changed up the tag for Candy Freddy, so that's not just the same thing as Chocolate Bonnie. Frostbears, of course, started this trend. It looks really good. Love the ice. Chocolate Bonnie, it looks really good. The Easter eggs look nice as well. I wish that they had more detail and didn't just make this black. Like, as cool as Frostbear was, it would have just been cooler if it was completely iced. No cool ice, pun intended. And Candy Freddy, I like this one. It doesn't really have much of an Easter vibe to it as Chocolate Bonnie, though, so the tag is pretty average. Shamrock Freddy, I love this St. Patrick's Day pattern. Love the way the clovers look. Livewire Toy Freddy, if there's one thing that Funko always gets right, it's the tags. I really like the circuit board design, fits really well with it, though it is a bit generic. For the tags, I actually have to pick Liberty Chica for my favorite tag, simply because out of all these, the fireworks one is the most interesting for me. I love the view of a city. I don't know if it's specifically NYC where the Statue of Liberty originated, but I mean, it looks cool. FNAF AR logo fits really well with all the fireworks and stuff on here. So yeah, for a personal favorite tag, I definitely have to pick Liberty Chicas. And I am keeping all these, because, you know, I might put these up on a poster board sometime to show my FNAF plush accomplishments getting plushies this rare. Alright, so here's Plus System Air Toy Bonnie, every FNAF AR exclusive plushie that Funko's ever made. Now, I still need to get High Score Toy Chica, VR Toy Freddy, and Radioactive Foxy. Now, when I went on Funko.com, I actually saw High Score Toy Chica was back in stock, so I placed an order for her. And I'm currently awaiting for Radioactive Foxy and VR Toy Freddy to be in stock, because it's literally been months, and they haven't been available on Funko's website since. Also, Liberty Chica plush got restocked on Funko.com, so go nab that sucker if you want her. These guys, you're probably better off looking on Mercari or eBay. $20 isn't too bad of a price, to be honest. I mean, Hot Topic makes them $20, so I guess not too bad. Chocolate Bonnie, he's a bit more expensive though, so I'd recommend being pretty careful. I had to look really hard to find a good deal on this one. Trust me, it took a long time. Candy Freddy's still on Funko.com for the base price, so that's good. And Freddy Frostbear is sadly out of stock on Funko.com. He is the rarest out of all these guys, so good luck finding him if you don't have him already. Oh yeah, and System Air Toy Bonnie, I know he's not exclusive, but he's cool, he's still on the website. High Score Toy Chica is as well, so yeah. Thank you for watching today. Oh, she died. Thank you for watching today's review, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.